This is the podcast version of The Sandy Show. Listen live every morning on 103.1 in Austin or stream on the iHeartRadio app. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show, wherever you are and however you're listening. Thanks for being a part of the best part of our day. I'm Sandy. This is my beautiful, talented, yet somewhat acerbic wife. Her name's Trisha.
Hi, friends.
Birthdays today. One of my favorite actors. You don't hear his name a lot in, media, I guess. Mm-hmm. Isai Morales. Do you know who that is?
I feel like I maybe kind of vaguely recognize the name.
The villain in Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. He was in La Bamba, where he was Lou Diamond Phillips, who played Richie. He was his older brother. NYPD Blue.
Oh, yeah. I totally recognize his face.
Yeah. He's great. Him. He's 63. Randy Quaid is 75 years old today. Zach Galifianakis is 56. At one time, the most downloaded woman on the internet is 60 years old today. Former Price is Right model Cindy Margolis is 60 years old today. And it would have been Jimmy Carter's President Jimmy Carter, 101st birthday. Now, for the international day that is today, that will get Trisha very excited and possibly motivated just for you. Today's National Homemade Cookie Day.
Oh, heck yeah.
Don't tell the fuzz that.
Yeah.
She'll be baking up some cookies.
Oh, yeah. No, because we got that new KitchenAid mixer. Mm-hmm. We're constantly looking for things to make in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to make some cookies today.
You didn't like my lemon blueberry loaf, did you?
I didn't. No,
I think you just didn't get a piece with enough icing.
No, I went back and tried another half a piece, and I'm sorry. Everyone else liked it. It's just me. What's the first thing made you laugh today?
Watching a movie with my 16-year-old, and they mention in the show, here's the 411. And the kid goes, Dad, what's that mean? And instantly, Werther's Originals candies filled my pocket. In that moment, you got old.
That's pretty funny.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, kids now are growing up in a different world than we grew up in.
Don't hate on Werther's Originals, though, you guys.
I'll give it to you. I'll eat them when no one's looking. I don't want anyone to know I've got one.
Rich and creamy, satisfying. Good. Oh, now my mouth is watering for a Werther's.
And you want one.
And I'm still mad that I didn't get my cottage cheese. I am old. Wow.
The JB and Sandy Show starts at 7 on 103.1, Austin's 80 station.
McDonald's is bringing back a game that caused quite a stir about a decade ago. What was the word yesterday for half a decade? A swole?
No, that was for wagon train.
Oh, that's
deals.
Right.
Not lumen.
A half of a decade. We just did this yesterday. How can we not remember that?
Was it lumen? Oh, you know what? Hold on.
Lumen is for lights.
Lumen is for lights. We were talking about that at one point. I'll look it up real quick. I have it.
All right. While you do that, just a reminder that they suggest, with fall being here, it's a good time to check your smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, your roof and gutters. You may be missing some shingles and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Also, make sure you have a lot of emergency supplies and backup power at home. That's like batteries, flashlights, blankets, extra water. Things like that. Doesn't hurt to be prepared. And also, it's good to have your chimneys and heating systems checked out by a professional. Did you find it? If you don't, move on.
I don't. I thought I had it, but I don't.
Stories we love.
All right. You guys remember back in, it started really in 95? The Monopoly game from McDonald's.
30 years ago.
30 years ago. It was the one where you had to collect each piece like a trio. It's just like playing a Monopoly board game, but you got little stickers in each time you bought food at McDonald's. And if you actually dominated the board, got the right stickers, you could win $1 million. Well, it turns out that the whole thing was rigged. And it wasn't rigged by McDonald's. It was rigged by somebody who was actually working behind the scenes at the game, putting the game out. They did a documentary called McMillions. I believe Mark Wahlberg was in it.
I do, yeah.
You watched it, right?
Yes.
Pretty good. They're bringing it back. They're bringing Monopoly back. And it's supposed to be online. It's supposed to be scam-free, rig-free. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Somebody's going to figure it out. If they could figure it out when it was pieces of paper,
right?
The playing pieces were paper. Somebody's going to hack it and be able to figure it out if it's an online game.
What's the grand prize? It seems like fast food hadn't done a game in a long time. Maybe they realized it was too much hassle. Remember the Pepsi one? The guy got enough points to get a jet?
Yeah,
and he went through legal hell to get with Pepsi over it. So, what's the grand prize in this Monopoly
Well,
game
it kind of depends. Yeah, to play at this time, you have to download their app, enroll in their loyalty program, and you get digital stickers, and then you can turn them in for these things. There's a 1 in 59 million chance that you'll get an Audio Technica turntable bundle, which is worth $500.
That's cool.
A 1 in 153 million chance you could win a Samsung 77-inch TV worth $3,700. A 1 in 60 billion chance a vacation for $4 billion. A vacation for $4 to a destination like Paris, London, Tokyo. Yeah.
Yeah. I always crack up when I go to a drive-thru and they're like, "Hi, did you order from the app?" I'm like, "Lady,
Nope.
I didn't know I was coming here till 30 seconds ago." You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I didn't think that far ahead.
I
You
know.
happened to be in line of where I was going.
I was at this intersection
Yeah.
right there and swung in.
Yeah, that's exactly. Who thinks that far ahead to order at McDonald's? Not me.
I know. And the people who do, row, be careful. Slippery slope
Yes.
if you're ordering ahead.
That is the story we love. More coming up on 103.1, Austin's 80s station.
It's as Austin as it gets. The JB and Sandy Show starts at 7 on 103.1, Austin's 80s station.
It's pretty funny how different generations act when they're in their cars, and they all want different things, from Zoomers to millennials to Gen X. And we'll tell you what each of them want. I'll tell you what they ought to do.
What?
They ought to just invent a ASMR radio station, because young people love that stuff,
Yeah.
and it is weird if you ask
is.
me.
Yeah. But also,
So weird.
they have AMSR channels for people who are cooking. So they're cooking something on a video and you're watching, but all you can hear is the slicing and the
Oh,
stirring.
really?
Yeah, like it's not just random sounds sometimes. It's very specific sounds.
Well, here's how the generations break down on what they want in their car. Zoomers. So Zoomers are the Zoom generation, right? The younger generation. They mostly want totally silence in the car. Nothing at all.
Really?
Yeah. Millennials. So that's Gen Z, right?
Yeah.
Zoomers. Millennials, they like to make plans while they're driving. I guess on the phone with their friends. I don't know. Gen X, that's us.
Yeah.
You know what we want?
What?
Rock and roll.
Rocking it out.
We want music while we're driving around, or just to listen to the radio. And what's really interesting to go along with this, something that you've probably noticed with our daughter, who is 16 years old. She's a Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
Gen Z uses subtitles more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I saw our
For
daughter.
different reasons than we use subtitles.
Right. We watched, I use subtitles when I watched Peaky Blinders because of the accent, right? But I saw our daughter watching television and she had the subtitles on. And I go, "Do you watch TV with subtitles all the time?" And she goes, "Yeah."
She does every
Yeah.
time.
And
I know, which is strange to me because most of the time that she's watching a TV show, she's got her laptop open
Yeah.
over here and she's looking at her phone.
Yeah.
So she's not even looking at the TV screen to read.
Right. So I don't know why that is. They do that, but that's the way that they like it, I guess. It's very strange. No one sits down, just zeroes in on television.
That is when you can tell how good the show is. If it is a put my phone down and focus solely on the television, that's a top tier show.
That's true.
If it's a show that I'm like, I'm going to be playing some Candy Crush over here while I'm kind of watching it out of this eye,
Yeah.
it's just okay.
I'm the same way. I've got my phone open, and the moment a commercial, if I'm watching sports and the moment goes to a commercial, I'm grabbing my phone. Mm-hmm. Every single
I will
time.
say that I apparently dipped my toe a little bit into the millennials' preference for driving, making plans and stuff. I love to make my phone calls and return phone calls and stuff like that when I'm driving. The problem is nobody freaking answers a phone call anymore.
True.
I hate that. Or I'll send my texts, voice texting while I'm driving. But I like doing that in the car, but nobody ever answers the calls anymore. You got to send a text. I'm getting ready to call you.
But your good friends, they'll answer. My friends,
Yeah,
do.
most of them will answer, but still, like if it's business or something, they don't ever answer.
We're almost in a too formal of a business setting in that you have to have a appointment for everything. So just have a simple phone call.
Yeah, just answer the phone call. It'll take 5 seconds and be off, and you
got
can
to
move
send
on.
a calendar invite
To make a phone call.
Yeah. It's insane. So anyway, just to recap that, I mean, millennials making plans, Gen X is listening to music, Gen Z, they're most likely to just want total silence.
I'd like to congratulate Gen Z on still being cool.
On being silent?
On being cool. I'm sorry, Gen X on
Right.
still being cool. Us listening to our music.
Absolutely. Stick around. We've got more coming up.
The JB and Sandy Show starts at 7. If you missed yesterday's show, here's something you missed.
Tristan's got the story we love in just a moment. What do you have?
We are going to talk about the new trail, a nature trail that is going to be 100 miles long. Sandy, I'm going to call this the granddaddy of all trails, and it's coming to the Central Texas area. And I'm very excited about this.
All right, details coming up in just a sec. Quick reminder that two things. One, you can win $1,000 at 9 o'clock this morning. Be listening to win. Also, the Longhorns travel to Gainesville, Florida this weekend. You can catch the game here on Austin's 80 station, 103.1.
The stories we love.
A newly signed law set the stage for a 100-mile trail connecting two of Texas's most iconic landmarks. I almost passed out when I read this. The Alamo in San Antonio and the state capitol in Austin. A trail will connect the two just in time for the state's 200th anniversary of independence, which is 2036. So it'll be a little while before we get it. But basically, it is going to be called the Bicentennial Trail. It's a sprawling network of nature trails that are between Austin and San Antonio, the Alamo and the Capitol, that will connect them all as one. So literally, you could walk from one to the other on the same trail.
You know, I got to think about this for a second because didn't we really work hard? Didn't the Oregon Trail teach us anything? Like we've passed that point in American history where we need to walk from state to state.
Nobody's going to be getting dysentery on the Bicentennial Trail. We're not going to find people dead on the side of the trail. I don't think it's that bad, but it is going to tie together geographical locations, renowned geographical locations, historical landmarks. It'll bring a lot of visitors to the trails, the different sections, which is good for the economy. And it's a conservation effort, they said too.
There's more trails than you realize, like, especially in South Austin, like connecting Circle C, like from where Best Buy is, there's trails connecting through the Greenbelt, and then it goes down through Circle C. And then I forget, it's called the El Camino Trail or something. Yeah, I always see signs on it when I, like on Old San Antonio Road, way South Austin. And so they're there. I've heard of people doing like a horseback riding trail between Austin and San Antonio.
Oh, I've heard of that too. I think they just have, this one is just going to be one that's connecting all of those between the Alamo and the state capitol.
That's kind of cool.
I think it's very cool.
Yeah, I love the trails that we do have, and they're new to me. I know they've been there forever, but just have discovered them in the last year. And it's one of those great things that you're like, one of those things you're really glad that the city thought about doing. You know what I mean? Thank God we have, what is it? What's the Town Lake Trail called, JB? The hike and bike?
Butler.
The real name? Butler. When did they change that?
Yeah, I feel like we should know that by now, but
yeah,
in the last decade, maybe.
It's the hike and bike to me, right?
Yeah.
Or the Town Lake Trail. I'm just glad that we have stuff like that people thought far enough down the road to save spaces like that in Austin that you can go out and go for a walk on. Right?
Yeah, there's still like old wagon train marks, East Austin, east of the Longhorn Dam. From settlers coming from Galveston, heading up.
Really?
Like that were preserved?
You can still see wagon in the stone, etched in the stone, like wagon trails.
Wow.
Huh.
I believe they're called swales.
Whoa.
Swales. All right.
So you said
swales.
2036 is when this is going to be completed?
2036, which is the 200-year anniversary of our independence.
Huh. All right. So, who's going to be the first one to walk from Austin to San Antonio?
There's going to be a ton of people who are doing it. They're going to make, right. But you remember like your 100-mile bike ride that you did?
Oh, yeah. They'll do
stuff like that. That'll become the trail for a lot of like big events.
Let's see if we can get like a margarita machine spot on the trail somewhere and make a few bucks while we're at. That's a question, JB, for you. You remember when, I think it was Runtex used to provide the water and stuff on the Butler Trail?
Yeah, they had the big cooler, the big water jugs and all the cups, and they were trying to figure out what to do with all the dang cups.
Yeah, but would you ever have drank the water that was there?
Yeah, because we didn't have, there's more, they've since added more fountains.
Right.
But yeah, when I was running a lot, yeah, I used it all the time.
Really? It was just like a big, like, cooler, right?
Yeah.
You think somebody would have done something to it?
Yeah, I'm not drinking that water.
I know. I guess I just put faith in people.
Not anymore.
Austin seemed a little less harmful back then.
Yeah.
10, 20 years ago.
Less devious.
A lot more crazy here now.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. Now I might think twice about it.
And COVID changed everybody's minds about things too.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Y'all, how did the salad bar, how did the open buffet survive COVID?
I don't know.
How did it come back from that?
Jason's Deli's got the salad bar, man.
Right?
I thought that was dead.
Me too.
Golden Corral is having a moment too.
Right.
Really?
I mean, they survived.
Yeah.
Because it's affordable. I've never been in a Golden Corral.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've been in one, but they've redone them. They've upgraded them a little bit. So.
Trying to sell them.
Yeah.
Sell the corral. They're better. They look nicer.
That was from yesterday morning. The JB and Sandy Hour starts at 7 this morning, or stream the podcast whenever you want. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
1031austin.com.
Longhorns traveling this weekend to play Florida in Gainesville, Florida. Not only does the SEC dominate in athletics, but they also dominate in best tailgate food. I mean, 4 of the top 5 are all in the Southeast Conference. This is from something called Delish that put out good tailgate food and good tailgate culture. One Texas school got in it, and we'll tell you which one it is in a sec, but Missouri is on there. University of Wisconsin-Madison is the only school outside of the SEC on this list. The University of Alabama and Tuscaloosa, they say that people there eat everything from fried green tomatoes to pigs in a blanket, along with chicken wings, pulled pork, and buffalo chicken dip. Now, here's one for you Aggies. Aggies, you guys can brag because you're number 3 on the list, and Texas is not
on the list.
Yeah, not. I'm telling you, I'm taking a Texas A&M fans tailgate over a UT fans tailgate.
Really?
Just for the barbecue.
Okay, I don't think I've ever associated barbecue specifically with the Aggies.
All right, let me draw a comparison for you.
Okay.
Let me think about it this way. Picture your Uncle Rick.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Rick falls into that category of Aggie, right? He's a good old boy, country guy.
Yeah.
Real cowboy, the whole thing. So picture him and my buddy Stanley Mathis. They're both making barbecue. Stanley's big UT guy. Went to school there. You know what I mean?
Oh, I gotcha.
Who are you going to have the barbecue from? Stanley's a finance guy and Wall Street guy. Yeah. And he's a member at Barton Creek and all that. So you're going to have your barbecue from Uncle Rick or from Stanley.
Oh, yeah. No, I got it. I'm going with Rick. Just
Okay.
FYI, sometimes my Uncle Rick and my Aunt Janice, just for dinner, like on a Tuesday night, they'll go out and they'll cook it over a campfire in their back pasture.
Yeah, in a Dutch oven.
Yeah.
Right. So
I've never been to a tailgate at Kyle Field. I don't even know if I've been to an Aggie game when they were here, but I'm picturing lots of wild game too on the grill.
you're
true.
probably
Something
right.
they've shot.
There's probably someone in the parking lot that's butchering the deer right there.
Skinning it right there.
Yeah, right there. Another guy's butchering a feral hog. You know what I mean? Another guy's cleaning ducks. You know what I mean?
Meanwhile, the Longhorn fans are having Maudie's catered.
Yes, exactly.
I think that's more our
I'm
style.
not mad at that either.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
Yeah.
Number 2 on the list, best tailgate food, and I've been there, I've experienced it. I would rank it number 1, Louisiana State, LSU.
Asian
yeah.
And it's so different there. A few years ago, I went with a buddy of mine who's a graduate of LSU to an LSU Florida game, and I'd never been before. The difference at the tailgating at LSU games between that and UT, at LSU games, you're walking around and there's people like grab you going, hey, come on in here. You want some? You want some?
Some gumbo.
Can I have some gumbo? You want some gumbo? How about some boudin, some cornbread? You want some? Come on. We got lots to eat. You want some crawfish? At Texas, they're like, you can't come in here. You got a wristband? You got a wristband? Whoa. Let me see your wristband to get in this tailgate. That's the difference.
Did you hear what LSU did last week when they played the University of Florida? They actually roasted and ate a real alligator, which I think is very in your face.
And went back when I was there. I think I saw them doing that.
Yeah,
a little like 3-foot alligator just spinning around above a fire. Yeah.
Tell them who number one is.
Number one, University of Mississippi. Now that's supposed to be a good time. The Grove at University of Mississippi is this area on campus, bunch of oak trees and stuff, and you walk through there. It's kind of fancy too. Like they were. It's like Texas was back when you were at school, JB, when everybody wore button-downs and khakis to the football games.
Yeah, you didn't wear jerseys and sneakers. You wore boots, jeans, button-down shirt.
Dressed up.
Yeah.
Boy, we didn't go to very many games.
I got to tell you something. So, speaking of college football, so I went to the University of Nebraska, and I watched their game on TV a couple of weeks ago. And I was texting a couple of my college buddies. And I'm like, guys, is it just me, or when they show the Nebraska Cornhusker fans, is the average age attending the game 79? Because that's what it looks like from here. And they're like, yep, all those old guys have hung on to their tickets forever and go to the games.
They're in.
And they're loyal. They go whether it's the season's good or bad. We're Longhorn fans that they want. If we're like, have 2 wins for the season, they're not showing up. They're just not showing up.
No, there's too many other things to do.
Nebraska fans will show up thick and thin, right?
Yeah, I think they have the record for most consecutive sellouts.
Wow.
At
Nebraska? Wow.
Yeah, so that was from yesterday morning. The JB and Sandy Hour starts at 7 this morning, or stream the podcast whenever you want. Search JB and Sandy on the iHeartRadio app.
1031austin.com.
All of you air gongers, raise your imaginary mallet. Get it up there because we're going to do Care Don't Care. Thanks for being with us. Find us on Instagram at The Sandy Show Official.
Here we are. Caring and not caring. Not caring and caring together. Oh. Not caring and caring together.
I always think of Long Duck Dong from 16 Candles with the gong sound. All right, Sandy. Are you a high-end single malt whiskey drinker by chance? Way back in the day when you drank.
When I drank, I never liked malt whiskey. I didn't like bourbons. Those are the only things. I drink them. Don't get me wrong. I drink it, but it was definitely not a first choice.
All right. Well, that's probably good. Do you care or don't care to find out what you might have been drinking had you ordered one of those single malt whiskeys?
Sure.
The urine of a diabetic contains so much sugar that it can be turned into a high-end single malt whiskey.
Wow.
Wow is right. Wow. I feel like there would have to be a little bit of a disclosure for them to tell you, by the way, this used to be urine.
Yeah, right.
But so much sugar in a diabetic's urine, that's terrifying.
That is. Wow. It's like you'd be urinating crystals almost.
Right. I feel like that's exactly what it would be like. Awful. That's awful. All right, Sandy, care or don't care to find out about one of the largest recalls that I think that I have ever heard about because of extraneous material, like little pieces of wood and stuff would be embedded in it. Do you want to know what the item is?
I do, because I thought you were going to talk about the Ford F-250 and 350 recalls with the steering issues, but this is a food?
Yeah, this is a food. The Ford thing is a little scarier than this. This is more random.
A steering issue. Yeah.
58 million pounds of corn dogs and sausages on a stick were recalled because they might contain pieces of wood and stuff embedded in the batter.
It's state fair and county fair season 2.
The fairs are going to get hit hard with this 58 million pounds of corn dogs.
That's a lot of corn dogs.
That is a lot of corn dogs.
I love a corn dog. They're never long enough.
They're never long enough.
No.
And don't try and give me a corn dog without mustard.
Right. Oh, you got to have a paintbrush to put it on there, too. That's the best way to do it.
Oh, but see, I like the dollop of mustard, bite and
you're
chew.
a high
Dollop of
maintenance.
mustard. Why am I high maintenance?
Yeah, you're the same person that eats a breakfast taco and takes a bite and then puts a little tiny bit of salsa and then takes another bite, then puts a little
No,
more.
I dip. You get a little cup of the salsa and I dip and bite, dip and bite.
Yeah, no, it's wrong.
It loses the impact of the flavor when it's too spread out, whether it's the salsa in a breakfast taco or mustard on a corn dog.
Why you got to squeeze your taco on all up and down. That way it spreads it all out. That's how you do it.
No, you know what? We'll have a contest to see who is more flavorful, whose way is more flavorful.
Mine will win.
Yeah, Sandy, care or don't care to find out which Halloween movie you should watch based on your zodiac sign?
I saw this headline. Do not care.
Oh, really?
This is such nonsense.
Do you want to know what mine is?
No. Because I'm not, one, I don't believe in that stuff. And two, I don't watch Halloween movies.
Do you want to know what our daughter's is?
No. What part don't you understand?
Do you want to know what your mother-in-law's
out.
is?
Tell people where they can find out theirs if they want to.
From me, I don't know where. I don't know where to find it.
They've got the Google machine. They can figure it out.
Well, that's it. Do us a solid and copy and paste the link to this episode and send it to a friend or two. Thanks for listening.